Talk TV. What's up, family, man? It's Saturday, February 20th. Salute all you guys for joining. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys that are liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos too, man. Salute you guys. Yesterday we talked about basically, how my time was spent down prison, and I spent a lot of my time jailing. Because as I said in the beginning, man, yesterday's video, it was different for me when I went downstate. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the first time I was locked up. I've been getting locked up since I was 14 years old. But this was my first stretch. You understand? And at that point in my life, I needed that. So I was real comfortable. But please, man, don't take that as jail is the place to just go and chill and kill time. You understand? Because while you're killing time in the real world is just going by. It's going on. People are living their lives, and you're basically buried alive in these warehouses. You understand? So I probably wouldn't have been the best example to follow 10 years ago. Because I didn't know any better. I could have done a lot more, you know what I'm saying? I could have got probably my college degree. I probably could have got college courses, credits, you know what I mean? But I wasted a lot of time. So if you are in a situation where you get jammed up and you do have to go to prison, please, man, utilize the resources that are available, especially the law library, especially if you're fighting a big case, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of time. You want to be in the law library as soon as possible to try and get that time back. You know what I'm saying? Guys with 20, 30 years, they don't go in there and play handball and just jerk wreck. You understand? They go in there and they fight for their lives. They fight to get them years back. Because they'll bury you nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Tales from the Pen that said in New York right now, you get 3 years for a gun automatically, right? Jersey, I think it's like an automatic 5, right? But the point is they give these numbers out like it's nothing. If you, I've sat in the courtroom many times waiting for my turn to go up in front of the judge and just watched as the prosecutor and the judges just hand these numbers out like it's nothing. I mean, I've sat there and counted hundreds of years given out in one court session. 20 here, 10 there, 15 here. They hand it out like it's nothing. In the streets nowadays, man, it's not the streets. It's the internet. It's the social media. You know what I'm saying? It's real rare that you see people in the streets. And if you do, the ones that you're seeing in the streets are the ones that are still hungry. They're still fighting. They're still struggling. You know what I'm saying? And whatever camp they're with, whoever got the bag, they're not spreading love. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, there'd be no purpose or point to be outside. So don't believe the hype, man. Don't buy into the bullshit. It's like we're doing shit now intentionally and purposely just to end up in these places. In 2021, prison is the last place you want to be, man. They took away everything. I'm pretty sure, they're not getting food packages right now. I know there's no visits. There's no contact visits. You know what I'm saying? The phones are probably a madhouse. And if you ain't got no pull and you ain't got no weight, you probably not even getting on the phone in some of these penitentiaries, these prisons. You understand? Jail is the last place you want to be. There's so much opportunity and so much shit going on nowadays that you could utilize for yourself to make a positive, progressive step forward. That there's no excuse. In my day and age, in my era, you had to be outside. There was nothing else to do. Everybody was outside. You don't understand? Nowadays, there's just too many opportunities for you guys to be throwing it away, over hyping yourself up over Instagram posts and apps and all this other shit. Man, forget all that. Because at the end of the day, you know how many people go away or get shot, get killed, and you never even hear about it? You know what I'm saying? With social media and all that shit nowadays, you know what I mean? Of course, a lot more stuff is being posted. A lot more stuff is being presented to the way, the way cops treat people in the poor communities and shit like that. Cold-blooded murders, cold-blooded police beefs where they just putting hands on people. You could capture all that nowadays. So just imagine how it was back in my time when you couldn't capture none of that shit, man. They was tearing us up. There are no good reasons to be in the street. None. And the problem is a lot of these dudes come from the suburbs, from out of town, and they want to get down with a set or a hood or a clique. Bro, you're not even from there. You're a fucking stunt dummy. Straight like that. That's why I said, man, I was gonna make the video today about 3 things you should never do in prison, man. You should stay away from. I call it the 3 G's. The first one is no gossip. Because that seems to be like the thing nowadays. Everybody's talking like bitches. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody wants to, comment on somebody else's shit instead of giving them a positive push or sending them in the right direction or, something like that. It's all negative. You know what I'm saying? And gossip to me, man, that's one of the #1 things you should stay away from in prison and life in general. You know what I'm saying? Gossip can get you killed. If you're speaking on a situation that you don't have no proof of, you don't have no black and white on, or you're not in the immediate circle of the situation that's taking place, mind your business. I've seen a lot of people get caught up behind talking about somebody else's shit. Because when you're doing that, you're not only putting yourself in jeopardy, but you're putting whoever you're talking about in jeopardy because you don't even know if it's the truth or not. And in prison, people don't play shit like that. They don't play around with shit like that. Somebody catches wind, you're no good, or, whatever the case may be, they're stepping to you. And you better have a legit reason to clear up whatever situation it is behind what somebody else said. You don't even know this man, but he talking about you. And now people are stepping you like, yo, I heard this down the third. Like, what? Gossip is dangerous, man. Stay the fuck away from gossiping, man. In prison, outside, the real life, the Instagram posts, the social media. Stop fucking gossiping, man. If it ain't about you, if it ain't about yours, keep it moving. That's why I said the other day, I want to throw some celebrity gossip in here and shit just to fill in the slots, you know what I mean, on days that I don't really have a video put together to speak about. But at the end of the day, man, like, that's just a distraction from what's really going on. Like, you see all these rappers and shit, now they're all on Instagram, they all on YouTube, they want to be your friends, they want to be in your circle now all of a sudden. 2 years ago, these people were like superstars. You couldn't even touch them. You know what I'm saying? Let alone talk to them, anything like that. It's just different nowadays. I remember back in the early 90s, late 90s, man, like going to the tunnel on 27, like in New York, bruh, you could reach out and touch a motherfucker. Like, all this internet shit made that impossible. So, all you have to go off of is what these people are saying. And just because they're in a position of power, or they got that bag, or they got some fame, y'all run with whatever they say. Like, it don't make sense, man. You as an individual, as a person, woman, man, whatever the case may be, you gotta stand on your own too. And make some life choices and decisions, man. Don't let the crowd around you always decide what your future's gonna be. Because some of them decisions ain't made with your best interest in favor. Gossip, man. Gossip. Stay away from gossip, man. 2, gambling. If you ain't got the bread and you don't mind dealing, like, if you got the bread and you don't mind dealing with the problems, go ahead. Go do you. Try it out. But I'm telling you right now, the gambling table brings nothing but problems no matter how you look at it, no matter how much money you got. People are cheating. People are trying to get over. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay away from the gambling spots, man. You can find maybe, some football pools that are a little laid back and relaxed to pass time, because that's a major thing down prison. Football season, basketball season. But for the most part, man, stay away from the gambling. Stay away from the borrowing. Because the thing is, man, in prison, it's a flip side. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very close-knit world. Everybody knows everything. They know your charges. They know what you're there for. They know if you're a liar, if you borrow, don't pay. Everybody knows. So your best bet, man, is just to be on your P's and Q's. Stay away from the gambling. Stay away from the gossip. And stay away from the gangs. This is like so major, because a lot of people get caught up and they go to jail, they go to prison, and then they end up being a stunt dummy for these gangs. You know what I'm saying? They don't know you. They don't care about you. You're just another number. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't affiliated or you not from a block where that's what you do, don't go to prison and decide you want to be in a gang. Because while you're there, you might be doing it for protection. You might be doing it just, you know what I'm saying, to have that family structure. For whatever reason it is, that shit don't stop at the gate. You understand? You got to carry that the rest of your life. So them 2, 3, 4, 5 years you might be down in prison and shit, that it might look all good. It might sound all good. But at the end of the day, my man, like, you getting yourself into some shit that is a lifelong commitment. For me, when I was introduced to my movement, man, I was about 15 years old. 16 years old. I was going over to New York City. I catch the PATH train from Newark straight over to the World Trade, man. And then I walked downtown, Lower East Side of Manhattan. And that's where I was introduced to what I was involved with in prison. You understand? And I carried that shit my whole life. But it wasn't really until I got to prison that, like, I started learning the ins and outs of everything. And I'm just going to keep it honest with you, man. Gangs, like, our main goal is to manipulate you and bring you in and have you do some shit that most people don't want to do themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes down prison. You will be a stunt dummy. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, man, out of all the gangs that there are in this world, right? 99% of them started because of the oppression of someone else. Another gang, police, corrections officers, whatever the case may be. People clicked up against the oppression. And it seems like along the way, somewhere we lost that. Because this person's oppressing this person. That person's oppressing this group. This group's oppressing that group. Like, so now you clicked up to stop the oppression. And all you did was flip it. So now you're the oppressor. But you screaming out, gang, gang, you know. All this shit is supposed to be for a purpose. All of this, you know, started for a reason. And it just seems like we're stuck now at a certain place where, like, killing each other and chasing the bag and trying to always outdo the next man, whether that's your man or not, you trying to outdo the next man. It don't end well, man. It don't end well. And the other side of that coin, man, in them prisons, it's a whole different set of rules. It's a whole nother world. 3 G's, man. Gossip, gambling, and gangs. Stay away from them at all costs, man. Especially even in the streets. Like some of yous now, you following certain, you know, social media people or whatever the case may be, and they're this and they all, you know, their little clique is doing this, and you get hyped up off that. Now all of a sudden you want to be a part of that. Like, come on, man. You're good all by yourself. You can beat anything in this world all by yourself if you just stand up, start making your own decisions, and be able to look in the mirror at yourself and accept everything. Accept everything that comes with it. Your faults, your mistakes, your relapses, all of that. You gotta get right with yourself. Because it seems to me people are just looking for, I don't know, someone to tell them what to do. I'm here to tell you what to do, man. I'm here to tell you, stay away from fucking the gang. Stay away from fucking prison. Stay away from the streets. Because there's nothing there for you. Real Talk TV, man. Your boy Tones, a.k.a. Twin, a.k.a. my brother's keeper. Salute the family. Pay attention, man. It gets real dark on the other side.